Hello, viewers. This is SP here, and today I'm going to review the Hiya Toys version of the Millennium Godzilla from Godzilla Millennium. And this is my absolute favorite out of all the Godzilla designs because of how his head is shaped, and the dorsal plates have an awesome design looking to them. Even though the color scheme of this Godzilla itself doesn't really match with the traditional color schemes of some Godzillas, like having a black or gray color skin with with bright white or gray dorsal plates that shine blue that glow in a bluish color when using his heat beam attack. But I still love it either way. It's been my absolute favorite when I was a kid, and it still is up to this very day. And well, I will admit the Hayatoys version is affordable than the SH Monster Art figure version. Sadly, I don't have a Hayatoys version. I mean, SH Monster Arts version of the Millennium Godzilla to compare it with this one. But I'll admit that this version, the Hayatoys version, is real looks great to me. It's pretty much accurate to the original to the movies with with his head design, his sculpts, even the way the front of Godzilla's head looks like that just looks pretty screen accurate. And well, let's see, though he's much more a little bit more stand upright, unlike doing that hunched like in the movies, but still does look great. Maybe it's trying to be more accurate to the suit, to the actual suit that's used in the movie, but still. And if you look at its dorsal plates, they're pretty much a little bit more of a dark red in color instead of the purple or pinkish color like toys or that usually depict the color as. It just looks really nice, and it does have a stopping point. It goes right from the top right here to down right at this little bitty spot right here, which is a nice little stopping point. Though I do have one thing to compare this Hiya Toys figure with the movie Monster series version of the Millennium Godzilla that I have right here to compare it. The For the movie Monster series version, it's definitely more hunched down like in the movies, and his dorsal plates are like, that purple or pinkish color like in what some toys depicted it as. Though I usually would prefer the movie Monster series version because it's much more for older collectors, especially 16 and up. While the movie Monster series is much more targeted for kids, even though it does look nice, it's still not very posable. It could just only move the arms and legs and just it. And even the mouth stays open like this, so you can't even close them like this. Let me move him a little bit right here. So unlike in the movies Monster series, well, I mean, yeah, the movie Monster series, you can pose the tail like any other shape and form you like. Though it may have some limits on how you pose them, but it's still nice. And the hand and the legs, you could, just a little bit stiff, a little bit of legs, but still nice with the feet. Even the head moves around, though this little spot on this neck right here is a little bit loose, so it's hard to because it looks a little bit like it's flopping like that. Maybe your design pushed in the right angle, nobody would notice the difference. Hmm. Even though, well, if you move it a little bit right here, looks okay. And the hands, they're pretty posable. Though they look, when you pose it like this, it kind of looks like Godzilla would be holding someone or something in his hands, which makes a little bit nice pose. Though Godzilla does come with these two detachable hands right here for other poses, but I don't know. They look like they're a bit more closed. They're a bit more closed, and they look like Godzilla would be holding something if he in a more like he would hold a stick or something with these designs. Well, so that's about it for the Hiya Toys version. Though there is a Heat Ray version of the Hiya Toys Millennium Godzilla, where the dorsal plates were pretty much bright yellowy or yellow and orange, with most of the skin glowing on the back, and even in the mouth it would include some kind of a hole for the heat ray beam. Let me get this snake up. Tail tongue. It's gonna be a little tricky. There we go. Okay, okay. I don't know if you could see it clear. It's a little fuzzy, but there's usually some holes for the heat ray version for the heat ray to come in. But this guy doesn't have any holes because he isn't breathing atomic fire. So okay, that's about that's about it. So what do you think about the Hayatoy's version of the Millennium Godzilla? Would you prefer the regular version or the Heat Ray version? I personally chose the normal version because I don't I don't know if I would really need the Heat Ray version because it would take a lot of space or something like that. Well, that's about it. So, bye.